Hiya there. So tonight I'm going to show you how to make doughnuts. We all love doughnuts, and the English have one way of doing it and the Americans have another way, and in France they're called beignets, and they put stuff inside of them like plum jam and cherry jam. So I'm going to show you the basic recipe, right? Now if you take note, you need some flour. You need 200 grams of flour, 25 grams of caster sugar, 1 medium whole egg, pinch of salt, 500 grams of yeast, 50 grams of butter, and 125 milliliters of mixed water and milk. So basically what you do, you get a bowl, you put your flour in the bowl with the salt, and you put it somewhere warm. I actually put it in a low oven, okay? And then when the flour is warm, you make a well in the middle. And then you add the dried yeast with the sugar and a little bit of the milky water, and you cream it all together and pour that in the well. Sprinkle some flour over the top, and again, put that into a warm place to prove. Once that starts to bubble, then you work the dough, you mix it up, you stretch it until it becomes less sticky. When you move it with your hand, you don't want it sticking to your hand, so you may need to put a little bit of flour to dust on it, okay? So it's easy. You can look on the internet and find other recipes for a bun dough. Okay, so this is an ideal one. This is the ones that we've done for years. Okay, so once that dough is doubled in size, then you knock it back. So you've proved it once, you knock it back, and then you cut it into small pieces to make the little doughnuts. Now, this is one I've done earlier. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of these, right, and then we drop them into the deep fat fryer. So these balls have almost doubled in size, so I'm going to put 4 in there, and I need to keep an eye on them. I've got myself a fork. I just want to make sure that we get that nice even brownness. You know, where you get the brown on the top and brown in the middle, and then you get that white ring. That's because they've been deep fried. So these are just plain doughnuts. I haven't put jam or anything inside or custard. You can actually do that afterwards. You get a pipe and bag and you make a hole inside the doughnut and you squeeze the custard or the jam inside. But what I'm going to do tonight, I've got some caster sugar. I've put some cinnamon in there. You see that? And I'm going to dust the doughnuts with that. And what I've done is I've done a strawberry jam dip. So we put that in a bowl, and then we can dip the doughnuts in there, obviously after they're cooked. If you come here, if you see that, they're just beginning to see that. I'm just going to pop them over. And the doughnuts will puff up a little bit more because it's a yeast product, it's alive, so it will puff up. So we don't want great big ones. That's why I've done them a little bit small. And we just see how they go. And we'll show you in a minute how soft they're inside. If you come and have a look at this, they're not far off now. If I flick them back over, you see they're still a bit pale, so I need them to go back over. They're having a laugh here. There we go. And then we cook the other ones. We do them in batches, different sizes. The smaller ones. Small ones are for me. Large ones are for my wife, because she loves donuts. But there you are. Right, let's have a look. They actually don't take long. So, with anything that is done in deep fat, always be aware of the heat and how the fat can burn you. And also, we want to drain all the fat off anything that we make. So, I've got kitchen roll, got it on a plate. I'm actually going to double this kitchen roll, like that. And then carefully, of course, use tongs. I've got asbestos fingers. So we do that, and then we come back to our sugar. We just make sure that we've drained most of the fat off of that. Donuts shouldn't be greasy, and I'll prove that to you. Look at that kitchen roll. You can see that? Only a few bits of oil there. And then when we present it, put jam there. Lovely sugar with a bit of cinnamon in it. Actually, I think 3 is probably more than adequate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break one open. You see how light that is? Look at that. I hope you enjoy tonight's Chefy's tips. Donuts in cinnamon sugar and a bit of strawberry jam. Thank you.